Good morning. Happy Monday, seventh graders. It is Mrs. Lombardi here, and I am here checking in on behalf of your seventh grade teachers. We have been talking and meeting, and we kind of came up with the idea of just sending a little message to you all. And we are starting today, Monday, March 30th. We are starting our third week at home here. And so we're trying to figure out for you guys what this week 3 is going to look like in terms of school. So you probably have received some messages from your homeroom teachers. Maybe you've done some hangouts. You may have heard from the superintendent or Miss Lamoli. And so we wanted to just check in and make sure that we're all on the same page for what week 3 is going to look like for you guys and for your parents to have this too. So the past 2 weeks, we have created a quarantine Google Classroom, and we hope everybody is in there right now. The quarantine classroom is going to be our distance learning Google Classroom. It's where everything's gonna go. Now, all 7th graders are in there. Not all 7th graders have every teacher that is in the Google Classroom. For example, you might not have me, Mrs. Lombardi, the best English teacher ever, for English, and that's okay. If that is the case, don't go into the work that I've put in. Or you might see someone like Miss Civitarese in there. Maybe you don't have Miss Civitarese, so you wouldn't click on her work. So you're only going to focus on the teachers in the classes that you have that are in the quarantine classroom. But we thought it was really important to keep all of the teachers and the work in one place so it's easy for you to access. So please go to the quarantine classroom for all work. Now, the past 2 weeks, we have put in the quarantine classroom some suggested websites, activities that have all been optional. Places that you can kind of do some science or do some ELA or some quills or some news ELAs, IXL, of course. But all of that's been optional, and it's just really been like activities. So if you can do it, you can do it. If you can't, it's not a big deal. This week, week 3, we are transitioning a little bit. Nothing super crazy. One thing that you should know is trimester 2 is over. We are done, grades are done. You cannot make up any old work at this point. And so we're starting fresh. Today is a perfect day to start fresh. And it is our week 3, and we're going to transition into not just optional activities, but now it's more of optional assignments and lesson plans. So this work this week is going to be a little bit more specific to what we've been doing in class, like revisiting some concepts or starting where we left off in one of our classes. And so it might be just refreshing your memory because maybe you forgot what we were working on. But for the most part, everything should look familiar and kind of maybe you have an aha moment where you're like, oh yeah, we were working on this. So that is what this week is for. Each one of your teachers has come up with an assignment that we are providing for you to complete this week. Now you're going to get all the assignments today. And for some people, that is too much. That is too overwhelming. And so for a few of you, what we want you to think about is breathe, because it is not a big deal. And we want to give you access to everything, but I want you to know you will have a whole week all the way through till next Monday where we will refresh and give more information and additional work. So you have 7 full days to check in, check out any of the assignments that we are putting in Google Classroom. So we wanted to make sure that you knew what you were kind of like looking into. Again, this is optional work right now. I know that there are people that are a little confused on what we're supposed to be doing, and we're all doing the best on figuring this all out together. And so your seventh grade teachers have been working hard, and we've been communicating together on what we can do for you and how we can provide learning opportunities for you at home. And we don't want to stress you out. We don't want to stress your parents out. You're probably already stressing them out enough. But we want to give you some options and some opportunities to continue some of the learning that we've been working on before this all happened. So hopefully you have been checking in with your homeroom teachers. I think that you'll be probably having another check-in this week with them. And we want you to know that all the new work you should be looking at is just in the quarantine classroom. There might be a teacher in the quarantine classroom that might direct you to another site or their old Google Classroom, but all the new work is going to be posted in the quarantine classroom. So we hope that that works for you. We want you to reach out if you have a question. We want you to email. You can post a comment in the classroom, or just email one of us, your teachers or your homeroom teacher, if that's easier for you. But we look forward to kind of checking in with you and connecting with you guys. And we hope you have a great week. We have been thinking about you. Hopefully we'll see some sunshine soon and we can get back outside, get some fresh air. Make sure, of course, you have a little independent reading book going. All seventh graders should have that. But be well this week. Make sure you stay home and you do what's asked of you in terms of keeping safe, keeping balanced, smiling, connecting with some friends, whether it's through a chat or an email or a text, sending some pictures, sending a note, anything like that to make sure we're taking care of one another. So on behalf of the seventh grade team, we hope you have a great week. We hope this was helpful. And again, don't feel overwhelmed. You can take it day by day, step by step. This is optional, like just academic assignments and lessons. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.